that the Uganda People's Defense Force, a professional army that we've been building over the years, has successfully been turned into a killing machine, an efficient killing machine. And they're bragging about it. Who are they killing? They're not killing Sudanese, although they may. But primarily, their slaughterhouse is us. I'm reminded of the slaughterhouse in Namamve. This is not coincidence. This is not coincidence. The happenings have exposed the security apparatus, the intelligence apparatus, because it was false intelligence that led to the abduction of Dr. Besigye. That's why Birungi is in prison in Luzira with the person for whom he was providing false information, false intelligence to a nation. False intelligence is becoming the hallmark of our insecurity as a nation, coupled with extortion, coupled with trajectory leads only to one end, certain end, terror and chaos. That is why it's so important at this point in time for us to invite the national resistance movement to talk about our collective political future. Because it's going to get worse, Sarah. You see, when you start being a Dracula, you never stop. No, you don't. A political Dracula only gets thirstier. Blood begets blood. And we don't want this country to be a bloodbath again. Because if you invite M23 and you host M23, you have a genocidal plot you're setting up against us. That is not lost on us. We are painting this picture for all Ugandans to understand that we don't just talk for nothing or for absence of what to do, but because we do understand the political terrain, the threats that surround all of us collectively. Because once bullets begin to go around, they are not democratic. They pick you anywhere. This country we have built together. Let us keep it secure together. And that's why it is the time now to invite the national resistance movement that has held fort, held power for the last 7 elective rounds, to read the Riot Act to them. Because the future is more important than the past, as far as we are concerned. That is why it is imperative that the national resistance movement finds our invitation timely to stop what they're unraveling in our midst. The abduction of Dr. Besigye has also been very revealing. And it has, together with the exilement of the Honorable Kyagulanyi and his family, it's been a very good occurrence as far as opening the eyes of the world to the political situation we are in as a country. Without them, we would not have had senators speak about us. Different parliaments pay attention to what we are doing, because it's the same parliaments and the same senators who do business with the killing machine. This is our home. We love it, like everybody does. And so we invite the national resistance movement, because it's the political party that throughout our entire history, it wasn't Obote that was doing the abductions, yes. It wasn't, because the pattern is very clear. stories of Luwero and abductions, stories of West Nile, the stories of northern Uganda, 20 years, the stories of today have closed the chapter of revelation of who has caused insecurity in this region, to our forefathers, to ourselves, and to our future. I'm as old as Uganda, and so I have a right to speak about it. The activities of political parties not in power have cumulatively led the plot to be revealed. It was denied for a long time. It has caused a lot of arrests within the military. It has caused a lot of deaths. This succession plan. But it has gone bust. That is why the last option is being applied. Force. The cumulative actions of all our political voices over the years has blown the NRM, the multi-ideological organization. It has gone bust too. And it has been overrun by the so-called Patriotic League of Uganda, seeking to displace all citizens from the political platform. What it has done is to patent the word patriotism, to patent it as if the rest of us are not, and also to patent it as if citizenship is a preserve of the PLU. It is not. Those that made Uganda what it is today were the 15, 16 regions, including my own Busoga. And therefore, my citizenship is because of my being a Msoga, not being an army, not being the son, the daughter of the president. No. I am here by my right as born Ugandan citizen, just like the rest of you. Our cumulative actions over the years has exposed what the East African project has been for all the years. Because it wasn't about East Africa. That's why Martha Karua, a bearer of an East African passport, was thrown out of East Africa. So our cumulative action have exposed that farce. It has cost us a lot of money. It needs mending, it needs repurposing, it needs rebuilding. But for now it has gone bust, at least in our hearts. The abduction of Dr. Besigye, Haji Obed Lutale, the young men and women of the National Unity Platform from the last election of 2021 to this one, the abduction that is taking center stage of everybody irrespective of age, gender, tribe, and the impending abduction of yours truly, me. The events that have unfolded in the last month point to one thing. an existential threat of the body politics as we know it, and also a redefinition of citizenship. And these threats are live in all the things that have happened and are continuing to happen to our leaders, and which will definitely happen to ourselves. The threat to security is live. And as historians, you are able to reread the template of terror, the template of banditry, the template of torture throughout the contemporary history as we know it. We have spread it to the region, to the continent, and now it's back home again. What goes round comes round again. So we stand together to restore hope, as alien as it sounds, to restore hope that we are standing together as political actors to redeem harmony in this country, peace in this country, constitutionalism in this country, the rule of law in this country. Because it's the only thing we can hold on to. We want to hold all the office bearers accountable, starting from the president, who has just taken oath for the 7th time, that he constitutionally is the head of state. And the buck stops with him. And we hold him accountable for all the atrocities being meted on us as a country, for all the fear that is being generated under his watch. We, as People's Front for Freedom, over the years have tried to avert this situation. But it is now here to deal with. What has befallen human security in the recent abductions is not news, because we have seen it go around the country. It happened in West Nile. It happened in Acholi for 20 years. It happened in Lao. It happened in Teso. It happened in Renzori, in Kasese. It is back to the center. And let everybody take judicial notice that what happened in northern Uganda for the last 20 years is going to happen to all of us here